I had to get fancy, mess around with things, son, and stop my timer a minute and a half early. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. My name is Brad Varnell, and this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And today is Wednesday, November 27th, 2024, the day before Thanksgiving. If you live here in the United States, I wish all of you huge blessings tomorrow. I hope that you have a fantastic Thanksgiving with your family. I'm excited. I'm going to be in Las Vegas hanging out with some people that are near and dear to my heart that I love very much, including my wife and my son and my daughter and my grandson to be. My daughter is getting ready to pop. Their due date is December 28th, but they're saying that my grandson Alejandro is starting to face down. His head is in the downward position, and he could come a little bit sooner. He could come a little bit early. So sometime between now and the end of this year, I am going to be a grandfather, and it brings a little bit of a tear to my eye because I look back, and I don't know if any of you guys have experienced this, but 2023 and 2024 was kind of rough in a lot of ways. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got incredible things to be grateful for. And if somebody asked me, would you go back in time and do things differently? Would you, do you not want to experience what you experienced in 23 and 24? There would be a huge part of me that would say, yeah, man, I do not want to experience what I experienced back then. But at the same time, I would come to my senses and I wouldn't change a thing because I know that I was being molded, that I was being taught lessons, that I was being developed into the man that I need to be to have what I want to have and to accomplish what I want to accomplish on this earth. I don't know why I'm so emotional this morning, but just thinking about this little guy that I'm going to be able to, be a grandpa to, and, hopefully impart, some of my wisdom on, and, hopefully help my, my daughter and her husband to be, Alejandro, hopefully help them out with crypto and, help them to have an incredible life. And there's just so much that I'm grateful for. So I'm just, sitting here, thinking today's the last live stream before Thanksgiving. The rest of the week, I'm pretty much, I won't be totally taking it off. We've got some videos that are going to be published, but, after today's live stream, I'm kind of going to go into a little bit more of a, relax, unwind, decompress, spend some time with family, and enjoy life. But then right even as I say that, one of the tokens that I'm going to talk to you guys about is launching on Saturday, November 30th. So I don't have a whole lot of time because I'm going to try to be around on the 30th, even though that's going to be a crazy day for me. I'm going to be traveling from Kingman, Arizona over to Las Vegas again on Saturday. And so it's going to be a busy day, and I'm sure that my phone is going to get blown up. I'm going to be talking to dozens of people on the 30th as this project launches. So with that though, man, I want to just say hello to everybody. And I also want to make it very clear that one of the most valuable, one of the things that I'm the most grateful for in life is you. So if you're watching this video right now, just know that you are an important part of my life. And even if you've never made a comment, even if you've never liked a video, even if you haven't subscribed, even so, I might not even know that you are watching the channel. I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you, because every single one of you, no matter what level of participation you take with the channel, it's all a blessing. The fact that you think enough of me to spend a little bit of your most valuable time with me, your most valuable asset, time with me, it really is humbling, and it is a huge blessing. And then for those of you that are here every single week and are in the chat, like Eric Bernstein, good morning, my friend. I love you, brother. I hope you are doing amazing. I hope God is blessing you in this season. I really hope that you are excited about Thanksgiving tomorrow, looking forward to, having a fantastic day with your family. And I also, pray that if there's anything going on in your life, anything that's struggling, anything that you're, having a tough time with, that God will bless that situation in your life, man. You are so precious to me, my friend. I really, really, really love you. I hope you are doing fantastic. Same thing for all of you. I can't go through and do every single person, but Paul, you will never probably understand how much of a blessing you have been in my life. The way that you've participated in the inner circle, the way that you jumped into the gains platform and the pooling group, and just, man, I wish you lived a little bit closer so that we could spend some time together in person, man. But I love you, Paul. And once again, I hope that you have an incredible day tomorrow. I know that you may not be celebrating Thanksgiving where you are, but I wish you a very, very incredible weekend. Greg, my friend, long time no see, man. Greg, I really appreciate you too. You stuck with me through the thick and the thin. I know that we lost some money together last year, trying to make some things happen in another company. And you're still here, standing tall, standing strong, and supporting the channel. So, with that, guys, I really do appreciate and love each and every one of you. And every time it gets tough, every time I think about maybe turning off this computer screen and doing something else with my life, you guys are what keeps me going. You guys knowing that I have a responsibility, that we're here to create freedom in people's lives, that this is more than just making some money in crypto, folks. We're here to create freedom in our lives. But then the most important thing is, once we have that freedom, is to go out into the world and share it and hope that we can help other people create freedom in their lives. Folks, right now, I believe that people are hurting financially, maybe more so than they've ever hurt in the history of the United States, especially, in like the last 50, 60, 100 years. If you go back to the Great Depression, it was probably worse back in 1929. But, I know young folks, they got almost no chance of moving out of their parents' house and having any kind of a life unless there's 4 or 5 of them that are going to try to, cram into, a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment, because, it's expensive. I love my son. My son still lives with me, and, and we're not kicking him out, and he likes living with us to a certain extent too. But the fact of the matter is he kind of wants to spread his wings and fly and go live his life. And he can't, in a sense. It would take literally 4 or 5 of him and his buddies, would have to move out together. The days of just like him and one of his buddies moving into a place are over. Now, thankfully, my son is in a position where his crypto portfolio is starting to boom, and he's going to be, hopefully a fairly wealthy 18-year-old, before his 19th birthday in July. He should have, a few $100,000 lying around, which will give him a nice head start to, to take off into the world with. But the average person right now, man, hardworking single families, here in the United States, there's a lot of single moms, a lot of single dads. And I don't know how they do it, working 2, 3 jobs to keep food on the table and to pay the rent. And, we have a solution. I know it can be hard to convince people that we have the solution, but I really believe that it's our responsibility, if we're blessed with financial freedom and we're blessed with all of the money and all of the financial, freedom that's coming to us, that the least that we can do is take the shots, man. Go through some of the blows. Let people punch you in the face a little bit and tell you that you're an idiot. You will get the last laugh. Truth is truth. And blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is going nowhere. It's going up is what it's doing. It's going up. Bitcoin's going to be a multiple $million-dollar asset. The crypto space in general is going to be a multiple 10, 15, 20, 30 trillion dollar asset over the next little while. And you and I are sitting here right in the middle of it, man, in the right place at the right time. I remember thinking to myself back in 2017, man, I wish I would have been around in 2012 or 2013. And then when 2020 came around and people heard that I'd been around since, 2016, 2017, there's a lot of people, man, I wish I would have been in crypto back in 2016 and 17 when you were. And then right now in 2024, there's a lot of people that are like, man, I just wish that I would have been around in crypto back in 2020. And guess what's going to happen, man? In 2029, there's going to be a bunch of people saying, man, I wish I would have been in crypto in 2024. The fact of the matter is, though, it's not too late. We've got some tremendous, tremendous upside for a long time to come. There's still incredible wealth to be created in crypto. So I kind of love, I was thinking about it before the live stream, I kind of love that crypto tends to make all of its moves right around the holidays. I think that's kind of cool. Like my birthday is in the summer and my dad's birthday was in the summer. My son's birthday was in the summer. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in the summer. And in some ways it'd be cool to have all this money coming in right before summertime to be able to go enjoy it, with my family. But when it really comes down to it, I think it's really awesome that crypto has this cycle that tends to cause it to go up right before we're going to spend all this time with our family. So I know, in 2022, spending time with your family might not have been as wonderful as it's going to be this year. We had to take some blows in 2022 and 2023, but now we're being proven right. I was talking to one of my friends, Peter Gantner, who is one of the advisors for the Otherverse, the metaverse token that we got involved in the private sale, and he was really, talking to me, because we got those Otherverse tokens and they, were 22x at launch. And, we sold a bunch of them and, it is what it is. He wasn't like too upset with me, but at the same time, he said, it's one of the things that, sucks about crypto in a way is that everybody just wants everything right now. He said, Microsoft and Amazon and a lot of those companies, it took them 5 or 10 years to really generate legacy wealth for the people that had invested early and held. So, if you were an early investor in Microsoft and you sold your Microsoft shares, in the first 2 or 3 years after they launched to the public, you would have made a nice amount of money. Like maybe you would have turned, say, $2,000 into $50,000, maybe even $100,000. But people that held those Microsoft shares for 10 years turned 2,000 into 2 million. And I believe that there's a balance that we can have. I want to create wealth. And that's what I told him too. I said, hey, that's all fine and dandy, Peter, but we don't want to be financially independent in 2029 or 2035. Like we want to be financially independent in 2024 and 2025. And so there is a balance there, and that's kind of a different topic for a different day. But there's going to be a lot of us that will look back in 2030 and wish that some of the tokens we sold in 2025, that maybe we still, had some of those. At the same time, like I told Peter, hey, there will be another bear market. It's inevitable. And so what me and my family are going to do, and what, the Infinite Crypto Cruisers are planning on doing, we're planning on making money all the way to the top. And then we're planning on making money all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to buy the heck out of things when it's all beaten down again in 27 and 28 and beginning of 29. And then hopefully experience this incredible boom again. And hopefully, I really think that this is going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life. So if I am blessed to live on this earth for another, 15, 20, 30 years, hopefully every 4 years, I'm experiencing this euphoria and helping people that are brand new to crypto, because there's going to be people that don't come into crypto until 2034 or 2032, I guess it would be the next. So the next halving is in 28 and then 2032. So there'll be people that we know today that watch us become worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and then finally in 2032 get in, and they're going to need some help. They're going to need to know how to navigate, the markets in 2031 and 2030 and so on and so forth. So I hope to be a part of this for a long time to come. I don't ever see turning off the YouTube channel. I don't ever see myself saying, hey guys, I got too much money to do this. Like, I can do the YouTube channel even if I'm worth hundreds of millions of dollars, even if somehow some crazy, world came about where I was a billionaire, I can still do this YouTube channel. So this is just going to be a kind of a part of what I do for the rest of my life, and I'm looking forward to it. But let's talk about how we can create financial freedom right now. What's going on? I don't know. You guys may or may not. Do you guys all feel like you got your bags packed? Are you ready? Like, if you just turned off your computer screen and you woke up, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and Bitcoin was at 150, 250,000, and you went back and looked at your portfolio, do you feel like you're where you want to be? Well, let me tell you something. Even if that's the case, and I congratulate you, and I think that's absolutely fantastic, for all of you that have been working so hard for the last several months or the last several years, even though you can turn off your computer and wake up in 3 or 6 months and be financially independent, I'm telling you right now, you have a window of opportunity to do a few things in your life that can take everything that you've done in the last 2 years, and you can do more in the next 3-6 months than all of that is going to do. So for those of you that don't believe me, I'm telling you, if you look at business, there are times in life, in business, where you can do more in 3 months than you could do in 10 years. And I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, is an opportunity where you do not want to take your foot off the gas pedal. Right now is when you want to engage and be more serious about creating this financial freedom in your life than you've ever been. And some people say, Brad, how much money is enough? Why are you so greedy? Why are you always talking about money and more and more and more and more? And, a couple of years ago, you were happy like if you just had $1 million or $2 million. Now you're talking about wanting tens of millions and hundreds of millions. Well, folks, it's because money is a tool. If you make $1 million in this bull run and you're able to leave your job and you're good, that's fantastic. But how much better would it be to make 5 or 10 million and have the ability to actually help, other people? I've told the story millions of times. I'll go through it super quick. But, a mentor of mine, a guy that I hope to be a friend, was able to, save his sister's eyesight because he was worth tens of millions of dollars, and he was able to pay for an operation and she would have never been able to get just through regular, insurance and stuff like that. And, there's lots of stories, you don't hear about them, but there's lots of stories where somebody's got a son or a daughter or a mom or a dad that's got some kind of a disease. And, whether you like it or not, the medical field is all about money. And if you have it, you could save people's lives, maybe even your own life. And if you don't have it, you might die. There's people every single day on this planet that die because they didn't have money to get themselves the proper medical treatment that they could have gotten if they had a few $1 million lying around. So start thinking outside of the box. Like, I don't want to give my daughter and my future son-in-law everything. I don't. My mentor, one of the things that I appreciate the most about my mentor in this life was every time I would go to him back in 2016 and 17 and ask him cryptocurrency questions, he would say, Brad, you can learn that in 30 minutes on YouTube. Go to YouTube, go to the search bar and type in, how do I set up my MetaMask wallet? How do I transfer funds from Coinbase to my MetaMask wallet? How do I set up a MEXC or a KuCoin or a Binance cryptocurrency exchange? Like, it drove him crazy when I asked him questions that I could have went and found the answers to so easily. And like he told me, he said, Brad, I love you. And it's not that I don't, want to help you and give you the answers. He's like, but I got a life too. I got my own things to do. I don't have time to hold your hand and walk you through every single thing every time you have a question. Not to mention, Brad, I want to help dozens and dozens and dozens of people get rich through cryptocurrency. If I spend 15, 20, 30 minutes a day with everybody that I'm mentoring, all of a sudden, I got 8 hours a day taken up just by helping people that I want to help. And I can't do it. Not to mention, prophetically, unfortunately, he also said, in case anything ever happened to me, I want you to be able to move forward and take care of yourself and do this all on your own. And, most of you know the story. He passed away way too young at 57 years old. He passed away in September of 2020 and never really got to experience that bull run that was just a couple months away. He did fantastic. He turned 10 grand into 2.2 million in 17 going into 18, but he passed away at 57. And here I am now running a YouTube channel, and without any disrespect to him, he'd probably know as much or more than me had he still been alive. But I know more now than he did when he passed. And he was pretty darn intelligent in crypto, but because he taught me how to fish instead of giving me a fish, here I am, leading this YouTube channel and hopefully being a small part of your guys' lives and the success and everything that you guys are going to, to have in your life. So with that, folks, let me go over here to the chat real quick. Cold Dynasty says, still bullish on Glint? Yeah, absolutely. I was talking with Tim, the CEO and founder of Glint, just the other day, looking to get him on the channel and do an interview. I've been accumulating Glint at some of these, all-time lows, and definitely think that it is one of the microcap gems that's going to have an absolute explosion at some point in time during this bull market. Now, something that I would like to see that got me extra excited about him towards the tail end of the last bull run was that they had a launch pad, and they were going to be launching tokens that were wanted to launch on the Moonbeam network. They were going to be launching tokens from this launch pad, and I haven't heard much about that lately. And so I believe that they still have room to have a lot of success even without the launch pad. But man, right now, if they were to come back and say, hey, the market is improving, we're ready to take this launch pad full force, that would really give me some huge excitement. Part of the reason that I thought this thing could be 100x or even 1000x was because of the launch pad feature. If they kick in that launch pad feature and you have to own 1 million tokens, 2 million tokens, however many they decide, and you have to stake those tokens in order to be part of the launch pad, that's going to create some absolutely huge buy pressure on that token. So I do. And so, yeah, man, the Elon token is going crazy. I wish I would have been able to get that interview published a little bit quicker than I did, guys. The fact of the matter was I actually interviewed these guys, I think it was a few days before the event that happened on November 5th. And this thing has absolutely skyrocketed. I think it's up about 20x since November 5th. Now, I think it's come back down a little ways. But as far as meme tokens go, this one has a real incredible story behind it. And it really does have some kind of real world use case. So for those of you that don't know what, Dave is talking about, Elon RWA is a meme token, but it's actually based from a picture that an artist drew of Elon Musk and then turned it into an NFT. And then these guys ended up buying the rights to this picture. They even created a statue. So there's a road like an old country road that drives into, SpaceX, and all of the employees have to drive past this, pass on this road every single day. And they actually went out and spent the money, created this great big, huge, like 20-foot tall statue that sits right by the edge of the road. That's a statue of Elon Musk with a big, face plate on it, and employees have to drive by it every single day. And Elon himself has tweeted about this project in the past. So this is the kind of meme coins that I like, more so than just a funny looking frog or a dog or, whatever. Something that has, like this has a real world NFT picture of Elon Musk behind it. Elon has tweeted about it. And I definitely think with Elon going to be, helping out, in the administration for the next 4 years, I think that this token definitely has a lot of room to, potentially run. And good morning, Dave. Glad to have you. Thank you for being here. And I should say too, thanks for the question, Cold D. Appreciate you being here. Adidas Dad, appreciate your, excuse me, not Adidas, Asdas Dad. I apologize if I mispronounced that, but thank you for being here. What has Paul got going on here? Paul said, had a gym today, but it pumped 20% this morning. GPU nodes. Awesome. We'll definitely take a quick look at that here. I'll try to remember to take a peek at that. Real quick, folks. Baron token, you see the branding on the bottom. You see the stuff that I talked about on top. I do want to share something with you guys here real quick. Let me present my stage. And add this to the stage. All right, so this is my Baron token back office. And folks, this token, you can see the chart right here yourself. This doesn't even do it justice. This chart starts down here at 0.5. So this starts at 5 cents. This token has technically not officially launched to the public. And buying the token and holding the token for appreciation is one of the things that you can definitely do. But that's not why I'm super excited about this project. This project is technically a sponsor of the channel. I do want to make it clear that I am in the white paper of this project. This is the first project that ever came to me and said, hey, we would like you to be on the board of advisors. So I'm one of the marketing advisors for this project. So not only do I have input on everything on the marketing side, but of course on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be sharing this, with my community. But I'm not doing it just because I'm an ambassador for this project. The owner of this project, Jeff Atkins, has become a near and dear friend of mine over the last 2.5 years. He lives out in Indiana, in the United States. And just an incredible man. I was on a Zoom a couple, 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, with about 15 people from the team that have known Jeff for 20, 30 years. And all we heard was just how this man has some of the highest integrity and ethics and morals, and is one of the best men that they've ever met in their whole lives. I don't remember exactly how old they were, but he met his wife when he was young, teenager-ish. He literally asked her to marry him on their first date. And they've been married now for 30, 40 years, something like that. Have some beautiful children that are grown up. If you see the interview, I've actually got an interview with me and Jeff that I'm going to publish after we get off of this live stream. I'm going to put the finishing touches on it, and I'm going to publish the interview. So if you want to get even more information about this project, you can. But what I want to say about this real fast is it's taking advantage of real world assets. RWA is one of the biggest narratives in the crypto space. Jeff has been building out this platform and working on this project for over 2.5 years. It was ready to launch quite a while ago, but it didn't make sense to launch it into the bear market. So I think he's launching it at the absolute most beautiful time that a project could be launched. The mechanism that he has, excuse me. Woo! Man, that was a good one. Hit me like a ton of bricks, man. I didn't have a chance to try to stop it. Apologize for sneezing on you guys. But this project is going to be backed by real world assets, real estate. So the Baron project is real. It's tokenized real estate. And so what he's doing, and I'm going to click back over to my back office here in a second and show you. But for starters, the token started off when it launched. It kind of soft launched. He put, $25,000, $50,000 in liquidity on Uniswap. And basically the token was available for everybody that bought it. For those of you that are in my inner circle, if you got a hold of some of this token, congratulations, because probably earlier this month, like around the beginning of November, this token was at 002, and now it's at 0010. Or excuse me, it's at 10 cents now. So I can't even, what is the math on that from? Is that a 50x from 002 to get up to 10 cents? Anyways, it's still sitting at under $1 million market cap. I believe it was at $724 yesterday. It's had another pump from about 8 cents yesterday up to 10 cents. Part of the reason for that pump is people are buying the token so that they can purchase the NFTs when they launch on the 25th. So let me go back over here to the main page and show you why people want to get a hold of these NFTs. So if I go over here to the buy NFT page, hopefully you guys can see this. The cheapest NFT is $500. And then you've got a $2,500 NFT. You've got a $10,000 NFT. You've got a $50,000 NFT and a $250,000 NFT and $1 million NFT. And you're like, Brad, who in the world is going to buy $1 million NFT? Well, people that really understand what Jeff is doing here. But let me go back to the $500 NFT. So this $500 NFT, if you were to purchase this on the 30th, you can't purchase it yet. You can go create a free account. All you do is click on the link that I posted up above. And I'll do it again. So if while you guys are watching this, if you want to, get your account set up, you can. I mentioned it above, but one of the things that we're doing is everybody that signs up through this link and creates their free account, all you got to do is click on that link and then connect the MetaMask wallet that you want to use to receive your tokens at. Connect it on the Polygon network. So you're going to need a fraction of one Polygon. You're going to need a little bit of gas. It's just a teeny tiny, fraction of a Polygon that you need to connect your wallet to your account and make it official. But once you've done that and you've got your account, you can come in here and be ready. You can either buy these NFTs with USDT, I believe it is, on the Polygon network, or you can buy these NFTs with the Baron token. And that's part of the reason that this token has been going up exponentially over the last month. Because if you would have bought a $100 bill worth of this token at 002, you'd have, say, $5,000 now, and you'd be able to buy 10 of these NFTs with the same amount of tokens. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, if you take $500, pull out my trusty calculator right now. If you take $500 and you divide it by 0.002, which was the launch price, it would have taken 250,000 tokens to buy this $500 NFT. Right now, you can see here it's 4,714 tokens. So if somebody went out and bought, they wanted they wanted a $500 NFT, so they went and bought 250,000 tokens back a month ago. Now they're probably going to get themselves a different NFT, because you can see here, you can get the $2,500 NFT for 23,000 tokens. You can get the $10,000 NFT for 94,000 tokens. You can get the $50,000 NFT here for 471,000 tokens. So this guy with 250,000 tokens would be able to buy a couple of these $10,000 NFTs. So why is that important? Let's go back over here. So this thing is making you 34 BRE a day. So you stake this thing, and if you stake it for 3 years, you're going to earn 34 Baron tokens every single day in, day out, month in, month out. I believe the math is if all of the NFTs were sold out on day one, the rewards would still get paid out on these NFTs for about 9 years. Realistically, it's going to take longer than that for all of the NFTs to get sold out and for different things to happen. So I would project, not financial advice, that this is going to last for, say, 12 years or so, maybe even longer, but I would say it's going to last for at least 10 to 12 years, but 9 years minimum that you're going to earn that 34 tokens a day. So let's do the math. 34 tokens times 10 cents, which is its current price. Pretty easy math. $3.40 a day. Doesn't seem very exciting, does it? But if you multiply that out by 365 days, folks, that's $1,241. $1,241 on a $500 investment, and you still own the NFT. Now, every time a $500 NFT gets sold, it's going to go up a few cents, just a little bit. So the guy that buys the first $500 NFT compared to the guy that buys the thousandth $500 NFT, there's going to be a price difference. That $500 NFT won't cost $500 anymore. The other thing is the token is only sitting at about $1 million, circulating supply market cap. So as these NFTs, so the whole reason for the NFT, folks, if you guys are following me here, every dollar that gets put into these NFTs is going to go get turned into real world real estate. This guy has a whole team. I recommend when you click on my link here, I recommend that you check out the white paper. You can see my smiling face in it, but you'll also be able to see all of the real estate advisors and the people that are a part of this team. So they're going to take, I believe if every single NFT sold out, it's $69 million worth of capital that they're going to go buy real world real estate with. And then as that cash flows and becomes worth more money, they're going to put that money back into, they're going to be buying back the Baron token and burning it. That's something else that I didn't mention. I've got a video link here that I put up here right in the beginning, this Baron token real estate explainer. It is about an hour long, but it's worth it. This goes through everything that I'm talking about in massive detail and really explains the machine. So you buy real estate, it makes money. With that money, you take some of that money and you buy back and burn the Baron token. With some of that money, you put it back into buying more real estate. With some of that money, it goes into the liquidity pool that can increase the liquidity pool. And then it's a never ending. That's 69 million in real estate becomes 100 million in real estate that ends up making you more money, buys back more tokens, makes more profit so you can buy more real estate. And the nice thing about real estate, folks, is there's a never-ending supply of it. I don't care if they turn this $69 million portfolio into a $1 billion real estate portfolio, there still would be lots of real estate that they can go out and buy. So to me, it is such an incredible opportunity to become part of something that's really revolutionary. I know that there's some other, tokenized real estate projects out there where you invest your money and maybe you get like an 8% return, on your money, on the rent. And if they sell the house down the road, you get, a few dollars back. But folks, like I'm already, so, imagine folks that you had bought, you bought your Baron tokens when they were 002. So back then, even had you bought the token at 002, let me show you the math. It ain't great, but 34 tokens times 0.002 is 6.8 cents a day times 365 days is $24 a year. So that doesn't sound overly exciting on a $500 investment, right? It's not. But as the token goes up, so does your money. So, but even, 10% of 500 is $50. So even with the token at its lowest launch price back at 002, you would have been earning 5% a year on your cottage. But now, like I said, at this point, you're up over $1,200 if the price stays at 10 cents. What if it goes up? What if it goes up to 20 cents or 50 cents or $1? Like at $1, it would only be about a $10 million valuation. So I don't know. It's not financial advice. I don't know how high the token is going to go. I don't know that it won't come back down. You got to do your own research. Like I can't, I've already spent a lot of time for one token on this. But like I said, he understands that there's going to be sell pressure because people are getting these tokens from the NFTs, but he's also created a staking mechanism. So if we go back here to the website, folks, let me go back here. If we go back here to the website and we go to the staking feature, you can stake your Baron token. Once again, this doesn't start until the company officially launches on the 30th. But when you stake your token, you can see here, if you stake it for 24 months, you get 30% APY on your token, 18 months, 25%, and so on and so forth. Even on a 6-month stake, you're getting 15%. There's also going to be a lot of people, including me, that take the tokens. So you get these tokens. Go back here to the My NFT. You get these tokens every single day, and as they start to build up, you're going to have the ability, if you want to go buy more $500 NFTs or build up your tokens and buy a $2,500 NFT and so forth. So a lot of people in the beginning, in my humble opinion, one of the best ways to roll up and potentially create an absolute fortune for yourself is to not just take the Baron tokens and go sell them on the open market. Yeah, you can do that. But I think that the people that are going to make millions and millions and millions from this project are people that roll those tokens that they're getting every day, and they buy more NFTs and they stake their Baron token. And so once again, there's definitely incredible incentive to hold the token. There's also going to be a marketplace. So one of the things that Jeff is excited about, because he believes in this company so much, is that eventually there's going to be a marketplace where if you want to sell your NFT, you can. And Jeff and the company, one of the things that they're going to do is they're going to be buying back NFTs with some of the profits. So there's going to be a marketplace for the NFTs too. And like Jeff said, like if me and Jeff are the last people holding NFTs at the end of, a 5 or 10 or 15 year period of time, then the two of us would be the ones that own, the whole company. The whole shebang would go to us. Now, that's obviously a stretch of the imagination. I don't think that everybody is going to want to sell out. But long story short, folks, to me, this looks like an incredible winner. You can go buy Baron tokens right now. And, we'll go back to the chart here. Obviously, this looks like a crazy time to buy the token because it's already up, 50x. And for some reason, the chart doesn't seem like it's pulling back up. It's probably my computer. There it goes. It's starting to load. It's already up 50x, and it's up 40% just today. But the reason that it's up 40% today, folks, is because on the 30th, when it goes live, I didn't change my view. So let me get back over here to the right view so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. You can see here that it's up 40% just today, but this is why. If you buy the tokens with USDT, it costs you $500 or $2,500 or 10 grand. If you buy the project, if you buy the NFTs with Baron token, you get a 5% discount. So what a lot of people are doing is they're going and buying the Baron token, and they're going to use those Baron tokens to purchase these NFTs. Once again, by purchasing, that takes supply out of circulation. It also is going to, so that helps with the token price. The other thing that I started to mention a minute ago when I pulled up this explainer video, a couple of weeks ago, live on this Zoom, they actually burned 90% of the supply of tokens. So this token started off with a $1 trillion or 1 trillion tokens, and they burned 900 billion tokens. And this is now a 100 billion token project, but they burned 900 billion tokens right on the live stream. And they didn't take any tokens away from us that held the project. So if you had 100,000 tokens in your wallet before they did the burn, you still had 100,000 tokens in your wallet. But now instead of having 100,000 tokens of a trillion token supply, you had 100,000 tokens of 100 billion supply. So in my opinion, this token is going to continue going up until the 30th. More and more people are finding out about this project, and more people are going and buying the token, not so they can sell the token for profit, but so that if you went and bought, $500 worth of this token today, and it doubles between now and the 30th, you could either buy one NFT and sell half of your tokens for your 500 back, or you could buy 2 NFTs. And so I believe that a lot of people are going to flock into this token even over the next 2 or 3 days and give you guys an opportunity to do, something special. With that, let me pop over here to the, give me a second to pull this up. I want to show you guys right on Uniswap, and then I think I can put this link into the chat, I hope. So once again, folks, this is not financial advice. I am a part of this project. I am not trying to tell you to go buy this token. I'm telling you that I have invested money into this token. I'm going to have NFTs. I've got my son set up to get NFTs. I've got my editor to get NFTs. About 5 or 10 of my closest buddies, friends, and family. I've been telling everybody that I know about this project, and I've got a ton of people that are going to be going and getting these NFTs. But please do your own due diligence. Do your own research. Don't go, blazing into this token because of today's video. Take responsibility. You look at it yourself, but I think this is a phenomenal opportunity. So here you go. You can see right here, folks, 10 cents for the BRE token. So if you wanted to buy, $500 worth right now, or you wanted to get you wanted to get 5,000 of them so that you could buy the NFT. You can see here, 5,000 NFT. Oh, it doesn't show the USDC here, but at 10 cents, that's going to be a little over, $500 is going to get you, 5,000 tokens. Now, once again, if this token doubles over the next couple of days, you would only need, if it goes to 20 cents, you would only need 2,500 tokens to buy the $500 NFT on the 30th. So once again, do with that what you will. But you can see that this thing has just done nothing but go up and up and up every single day for the last month. I mean, you can see here, there's a person or two that took, a little bit of profit, created, these little tiny dips, but they all got eaten up like crazy. So let me post this link here into the chat. And do with you will. If you like what you've heard, and you want to get a hold of some Baron tokens, you're going to need Polygon tokens in your MetaMask. And then the best thing is to just, get those Polygon tokens and sell them into USDC. Or if you have a way to get USDC over to your MetaMask wallet, do that. I believe you can also use the Trust wallet. There's several different wallets that you can use, but you're going to want to get funds into your Polygon blockchain MetaMask, buy the tokens, or if you don't want to, speculate on the tokens, just go get yourself $500 in USDC. And, then once again, you have to have an account. You have to come in through, you don't have to come in through my referral link, but you have to come in through somebody's referral link, because one of the other cool things about this is that there's a 2-tier affiliate program. So, some people shy away from affiliate programs and it turns them off. And if that's you, hey, no worries. Don't take advantage of this. But I'm excited that we have an opportunity to be able to help our friends and our family and people experience this, and that we get a little bit of a kickback for doing it. And it doesn't come out of their money. So there's 2 cool features here that I absolutely love. So it's a 2-tier affiliate program. So if you join up through my link, every time you buy an NFT, I get 10% of whatever you use to buy the NFT with, whether it's USDC or Baron token. I'm not sure exactly all of the different currencies that you're going to be able to buy the token with, but full disclosure, if you go buy a $500 NFT with $500 worth of USDC, I'm going to get $50 instantly put in my wallet. It's all based on smart contracts. So the second you connect your MetaMask, buy the NFT, and the $500 goes out of your MetaMask and buys the NFT, you get the NFT. I'm going to get $50. But what's even more exciting than that, folks, is you're earning 34 tokens a day, right? So 34 times 365, you're earning 12,410 tokens a year. At some point in time, you're going to want to withdraw those tokens from the platform over to your MetaMask address. Every time you do that, I get a 10% bonus in Baron tokens also. So let's say that you let your tokens build up to 1,000 tokens, and then you pull 1,000 tokens over to your MetaMask wallet to do whatever you want to do with stake them, sell them, buy more NFTs, whatever. When you withdraw that 1,000 Baron tokens from the platform over to your wallet, instantly I get 100 tokens. So I have people that are going to be buying the $10,000 NFTs. That's going to be creating, if we go, back over here, folks, and you might say, well, I don't know anybody that's got 10 grand. Well, believe me, you're going to find people. There's more people out there than you might believe have, that have 10 grand or have 2,500. And, once again, this is not financial advice, but I want you guys to understand why I'm so excited about this. So if we go back over here, let's say that I've got a couple of guys. I've got guys. I'm probably in my estimation, I'm guessing that there's probably going to be in the ballpark of about $50,000 worth of NFTs purchased from people that have gone through my referral link on the 30th. So I'm going to make about $5 grand on the 30th from people that have bought NFTs. But then look at this. So this guy here with the $10,000 NFT, he gets 726 Baron tokens a day. 726 times 365 is 264,990. So times 10% of that, as he withdraws those tokens, folks, I'm getting 26,000 tokens when he withdraws his 264,000 tokens. So what is that? 26,000 tokens at 10 cents is, another $2,600. And that's a year for the next 9 years. So you could literally, over the course of the next handful of months, if this thing takes off and does what I think it's going to do, you can start sharing your affiliate link with friends and family and people that you meet that are interested in crypto. Share information on your Facebook and stuff. I don't know how many of you talk about crypto like in your Facebook and that type of stuff, but this is a perfect project because even people that aren't crypto savvy get excited when they start hearing about real world assets and real estate. A lot of people that aren't involved in crypto love real estate. So when you start talking about real estate, you're going to have people come out of the woodwork that are excited to want to get into a project like this. And so not only do I have all of the people that have signed up under my referral links that I think are going to sell or that are going to buy a bunch of NFTs, but like one of my friends who's a doctor in Minnesota, he's a chiropractor, makes a lot of money, very super successful in life. He has about 5 or 6 affiliates coming on board that are also doctors, that also are successful and have money that are going to buy NFTs. In this 2-tier affiliate program, it's 10% on the first level and 10% on the second level. There's no difference. So every single person that I share my referral link with that shares it to somebody, I also make 10% every time they purchase an NFT, and I make 10% every time they claim their tokens. So guys, I mean, I know that this live stream has been mostly about this token, but part of the reason for this is because we're launching in 4 days, 3 days. I had to give you, I wish I could have done a little bit more, a little bit sooner, but like I literally, I know that there's at least 10 of you watching this live stream that I've told about the token. I've texted you personally about it. I've put it in my Infinite Crypto inner circle, and there's probably at least 10 of you watching this live stream that haven't created your account and haven't gotten ready for this launch. And so I hope that this will, push you over the edge. After this video is over, I should be able to go back into my back office and look at my referrals page, and there should be about 5 or 10 new people that have been watching this video that have gone and signed up for this, in my opinion. Like if you've watched everything that I've just said, and you don't want to be a part of the Baron project, no problem, no worries. But I would love to have a discussion with you off camera as to why. Like, please message me, DM me, and tell me why you wouldn't want to be a part of this incredible, real world asset project. So on that note, folks, we got to move on to something else. Once again, you can go back here. I've got the Baron token explainer. This here is the register link. So this is the register link where you can become a part of the Baron token project. And then once again, this link here is the Baron tokenized real estate. The link to go register is also going to be in the description. It's also going to be in the first comment. And then I'll probably throw this link to the Real Estate Explainer and where they burn the 900 billion tokens. I'll throw that link for that hour-long YouTube video or Zoom. It was a Zoom that they turned into a YouTube video. If you want to watch that, you can do that. All the links will be in the description. But for right now, I'm going to get off of this subject and get back on to the, onto the other tokens. So appreciate you, kicking back with me and learning about Baron. Hopefully you guys are excited about it, but let's go ahead and get over here, take that off and go back into the chat. Let me ask you guys, those of you that are watching, throw a 1 in the chat if you don't have a Baron account and you're going to go create one. Like if everything that I said makes a lot of sense and you're going to go at least create an account, it's totally free to create your account. Then you can look at the back office and see everything that I was showing you for yourself. Throw a 1 in the chat if you don't have a Baron account, or throw a 1 in the chat if you created one while I was talking. But I'd like to see, is there anybody in the chat, anybody watching this video that got excited about what I was just talking about and sees the potential? I know that there's a bunch of you that are already registered, but I'm just kind of curious, was anybody that did I waste my time talking about this token for the last half an hour? Or do you guys see some massive potential the same way that I do? It's hard to tell. I don't see any 1s in the chat yet, so that's maybe that ain't a good sign. There's 1. Okay, Dave, thank you, brother. At least I got 1 out of the group, man. I appreciate that. And so let's go look at some other tokens here real quick. Let me see here. Hey, here we go. This is my sweetheart. Sorry I haven't been on this week. Hope everyone is having a great week and have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching the live stream, babe. I love you so much. And excited and really looking forward to spending tomorrow with you and with our incredible family. And I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching the Thanksgiving, thank you for watching the live stream. Daniel, my friend, God bless you. Daniel lives in another country on the other side of the world. So his family actually celebrated Thanksgiving on Sunday a couple of days ago. And I know that they had an amazing Thanksgiving, and just want to say thank you again, Daniel. Every time I see you on here, I appreciate the support. And man, I couldn't have gotten luckier that this young man saw one of my ads on Facebook looking for people to help me with the YouTube channel, and he responded. And it's been an incredible month and a half, man. Time flies, huh? It's been at least a month that you've been working for the channel, and God bless you, man. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let me scroll back up here a little bit because I know there was a couple of tokens mentioned. So we talked a little bit about Glint. We talked a little bit about Elon. And so let's talk about Paul's token here. So it looks like the token is DDEDI, DDM GPU nodes. So that means I need to pull up some CoinGecko. So give me a quick second here, folks, to pull up CoinGecko. If I haven't said so already today, man, I love you guys. I am the most blessed person in the world. I tell you what, man, I've got my challenges. I've got my things in life that are, that happen. But man, you guys are absolutely amazing. And when I look at it, if I took out a sheet of paper and I wanted to write down everything I wasn't happy about in my life and everything that I was happy about, the list of things that I'm not happy about are about 4 or 5 deep. And there are things that I have total control over. And the list of things that I don't even have enough space. I could write a list. I could be writing a list till Monday of all of the things that I have to be grateful for. If you think about just the little things in life that sometimes we take for granted. So just, I love you guys, man. Thank you for being here today. Let's get over to CoinGecko. Here we go, CoinGecko, and now let's see if we can find this token, DEDI, D-E-D-I. There it is, up 21% today. Hey, Paul, man, why didn't you tell me about this yesterday? Just kidding. Oh, man, that was a good sip of coffee. Hey, Paul, I got good news for you, buddy. It's only sitting at a $6 million market cap. So the fact that it's gone up 20% today is not a bad thing. That is not scary at all. It looks like it's a newer token. It looks like it's got 250 million token supply. 50 million of that is out right now. So about, what is that? 20% of the tokens are out in circulation. So it's a fully diluted value is still only 30 million. That is definitely a good sign. It definitely fits what we're doing here in the channel. And yeah, so it is on, I'm not seeing MetaMask, so I'm not exactly sure what network it is on. Let me see here. The most popular exchange is MinSwap. It's got about $100,000 in volume. Its all-time high is basically, it's just barely below its all-time high. Its all-time low was on September 17th of 2024. It's up significant, up 238%, but that's still not huge. That just means a little over a 2x. So it must have launched not that long ago. I like that because I think that some of our old school tokens like Polkadot and XRP and Ripple and Cardano, and some of those are going to rip. Those are going to do fantastic things. But some of the best tokens that are going to give us the absolute 25, 50, 100,000 X's are going to be some of these tokens that we find that are new, that are taking advantage of the current, RWA markets, the AI markets, and so on and so forth. And let's go back down here. So MinSwap is a DEX that I have never used. I'll have to get familiar with it. I'm not 100% sure whether I need Ethereum or what kind of token. So Paul, if you could help us out, buddy, if you're still watching, if you could let us know, like, what currency do we need and what wallet do we need to connect to MinSwap? That would save us a little bit of time. And, give us a little bit more of an opportunity to potentially take advantage of this token. Let's run over here to their website, dedium.io. That is DEDIUM.io for those of you that want to go take a look at their website. Decentralized GPU computing. I know that decentralized GPU computing is getting massive. It's getting bigger and bigger. There's a privacy, movement right now where we believe that, the elite and the powers that be have way, way, way too much access to everything that we are doing. And so when you do a decentralized GPU computing, you really decentralize and make private a lot of your most important information. So you can see here, empowering individuals to harness their idle GPUs, democratizing the GPU market and earning rewards. This results in lower costs for developers, commercial users, and creators, fostering an environment that encourages innovation. So when you use, what you're basically doing is you're letting these companies borrow a little bit of your computation power, your computer's power. So while you're sleeping, this thing could be making you money, could be making you DDM tokens, DD tokens while you're asleep. And so it's a really cool thing. I really love these types of projects. And so I thank you very much. Okay, that might give me a little bit of an idea here. It looks like Cardano smart contract. So this is on the Cardano network. It looks like, I haven't looked back at the chat to see what you've said, Paul, but I like the fact that it's on the Cardano ecosystem. I think Cardano is just going to do absolutely massive, massive things during this bull market. And so tokens and things that are on the Cardano blockchain are also going to do massive, massive things. So I like that. So that leads me to believe we might need a Cardano wallet and some Cardano to buy this. Why DDM? Scalable, cost-effective, get rewarded, and much, much more. You can see here, there's the privacy. First thing, robust encryption protocols to protect user privacy and confidentiality. So if user privacy and confidentiality is important to you, that's huge. It's scalable, cost-effective. And then right here is the biggest thing, get rewarded. That's one of the reasons I talked about Barron. So folks, like Warren Buffett is very, very famous for saying, if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you're going to work until you die. Barron is a project that's going to make you money in your sleep. These types of projects like DDM also are going to create tokens for you. You're going to make money in your sleep. And once again, just like Barron or anything else that's at a low market cap, if you're earning these tokens right now at a $6 million evaluation, and then these tokens, this thing goes up to 100 million, 200 million, $1 billion valuation, how much money are those tokens going to be worth? So thank you very much, Paul. I'm not sure where you heard about this at, but this definitely does look very, very interesting. Looks like an incredible gem. You know, once again, that's the power of community too, folks. I can't stress enough how valuable you guys are. I believe that I've brought some pretty great tokens to you guys, but you guys have brought, you know, Deadwood had brought Alien Base, which is up, you know, 10x right now, and still, you know, got lots of room to run. Chain Swap, you guys brought, you know, well, you got this token. I'm trying to think. A lot of them are listed in our gems chat in our inner circle. I can't think of all of them off of the top of my head, but I guarantee if you go back and watch these Wednesday live streams over the last 6 months, and you just look at the tokens that Deadwood and Dave and Eric Bernstein and, you know, Pablo Noodles and all of you guys have brought to us, there's been some real big, huge winners. So don't take these recommendations from the community lightly. Just because it's not coming directly from me does not mean anything. I'm telling you, Paul has probably spent more hours and educated himself more on crypto in 2024 than 99% of the population. Incredibly hardworking man that's really doing all of the right things in crypto. So I really love this token. I want to see, did Paul comment in here at all on exactly where we go here? I only just saw it today, and yes, it's on Cardano. You haven't bought any yet. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Definitely one to keep our eyes on. I know we're going a little bit longer than normal today, but man, as the markets heat up and things get more excited, I'm trying not to schedule anything on the backside of these live streams so that I can go for as long as we need to go. I know that we've been trying to keep them to an hour, but you know, they might just be 2 hours long for a while. And if you can't watch the whole 2 hours, that's fine. Split it up, watch it in 20, 30-minute increments. But we're going to get through some more tokens here because right now, as I just mentioned earlier in this video, we can get more done and we can make more money in the next 3 to 6 months than we can in the next 10 years. So we're going to go for it. Greg says, I jumped on shipping USDT on the weekly chart. Great website. Just wish they were a little more active on their socials. Chart suggests 200% gains. Not crazy, but profit nonetheless. So the ticker on that is, what is it? SHPING. Let's go see if I can find that here on CoinGecko. SHPING. There we go. Up about 13% today. That's great. You know, so that's another thing that I didn't mention, folks, but I'm really excited to see that Bitcoin bounced back up and is in the $95,000 range rather than dumping down into the 90s or even the high 80s overnight. I was curious what I was going to wake up to, and it was incredible. That also, you know, the Trader Tuesdays, for those of you that watched what I did yesterday and you decided to go in and place some of those trades, you are up into some significant a profit on that real fast. We're going to get back to your token, I promise. But look at this, folks. Polkadot, you guys were there. You watched it live. Go watch it. If you didn't watch it live, watch it. I placed a trade on Polkadot with 10x leverage yesterday, and Polkadot was at basically exactly 8 cents. So look at that, folks. It's up 36 cents. It's up 6%. With 10x leverage, it's already up 60%. And the cool thing about it is I didn't even know because I hadn't had a chance to really look at it. But the way that I do my trading, you don't have to watch every single trade you're in minute by minute, you know, hour by hour, and be afraid of getting liquidated. I had no chance of getting liquidated. This thing never went down and even hit my first level. So, folks, that Tuesday live stream is powerful, in my opinion. And if you haven't been watching it, I would definitely recommend go back and watch yesterday's Tuesday's live stream. We're going to make a lot of money trading in this next handful of months. On the way up, we're going to make a bunch of money, and we're also going to make a bunch of money on the way down when this thing feels like it's peaked and we've pulled out a bunch of our profits. We are going to be making money all the way down in this market. So, I'm adding another dimension to my channel with that trading Tuesdays. And so I hope that you guys really are enjoying that. But man, if you went in yesterday, I mentioned, 4, 5, 10 different tokens that I really was excited about. If you would have went in and done the trades that I recommended yesterday, you'd be up 60% already, 24 hours. Anyways, back to shipping. So shipping is sitting here at 0069, so about 007. And sitting here doesn't have a market cap yet. It's got 10 billion tokens. It's not showing a circulating supply, so it must be, I don't know if this is a new token. Let's go down to its all-time. Here we go. So no, it's not. It's been around for a while. January 20th of 2022 was its all-time high at 10 cents. May 6th of 2020 was its all-time low. So it's been around now for 4+ years. It's kind of weird, Greg, that after 4 years, it doesn't have accurate numbers on CoinGecko. But obviously, if it's still around, it's that's a good sign. And yeah, so let's go ahead and see the markets here. You can buy it on Coinbase, so that's kind of cool. The fact that it's on Coinbase gives it some credibility. SushiSwap, Gate.io, Poloniex, yeah, and on Ethereum V3. So that definitely looks interesting. I have to cut this a little bit short, folks, and I got to move on to the next token because I just got a message that it'll all make sense for you here in just a second. I don't know if we're going to be able to get into it, but it says first come, first serve round is live. First come, first serve round is live. And so real quick, I got to change gears. I'm sorry, Greg, I couldn't go over this in a little bit more detail, but this is super, 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 super important. Let me get over here and pull up this screen. I wanted to talk about this project anyways. It's been a little while since I talked about it, but I was going to talk about it next anyways, but this is super important. So let me get over here, guys. Real quick, I'm going to pull up the GainsPad Launchpad website. And to give you an idea of why I'm doing that is we have a pooling group. We actually have 2 pooling groups. Folks, for those of you that have not gotten involved in GainsPad, I don't know why. That's another one that if you're not in GainsPad, in my opinion, not financial advice, you got to do what makes sense to you, but I think it's crazy. So, there's a couple people on this live stream. I don't want to name them publicly, but they're in the pooling group. And I want to show you what is happening right now with the GainsPad. So let's go over here to this view. Let me pull up let me pull this up here onto, no, that ain't what I wanted to do. I got to share my screen again. So right now, launchpads are getting ready to do spectacular things, not only token price wise, but they're also going to make us a fortune, in my opinion, on the actual investment side. So I got that there. So here we go. So folks, let me ask you a question. If you trusted me and I came to you and I told you, hey, this is what I want you to do. I want you to give me $1,000 and I'm going to invest it into a private sale that's launching in the next week or two. And when it launches, if you don't like the price that it launches to, I'm going to give you your $1,000 back. If you do like the price that it launches to, then I'm going to give you the first, like with this stay next that I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you the first 20% of your tokens, and then you're going to get the rest of your tokens at whatever, it's over the next 12 months. So 80% into 12 months. So it's like, 6-7% a month. So you're going to get 20% the day that it launches. If you don't like the price that it's at when it launches, I'm going to give you all of your money back. If you do like the price, you're going to get your 20% in tokens to do with what you will. So to me, I'm a little bit of a mathematician. I like my math. Let me ask you a question. If you're going to get 20% of the tokens the day that it launches, how high does it have to go up from the price you bought it at for you to get 100% of your money back? Well, it'd have to do a 5x, right? 5 times 20 is 100. So if you're getting 20% of your tokens and you're getting, and if it does a 5x, you're going to get 100% of your money back, then it's a really easy formula. If the token 5x's or more on the day that it launches, you say, yes, we want the tokens. And you take the tokens and you go get your $1,000 back, and now you have 80% of the token that you're free rolling on. If it only does a 1 or 2x, then we get a refund. You get your $1,000 back, and you're ready for the next sale. And that's what GainsPad brings to us. So you guys can see here right now, we just invested in this token yesterday. But it just went to first come, first serve because the market is not all the way in place. So there's a $100,000 allocation. And part of the reason that I wanted to show you guys this is that for any of you that would like to get in touch with me after this stream is over, there's still about 20,000 left. Theoretically speaking, if somebody came to me with $20,000, I would be able to invest $20,000 into this. And you can see here, you go look at this project yourself. But if we go down here to our deal, you can see right here, refund policy, 72 hours we have on this, 72 hours to decide whether or not we want the tokens. So to me, why in the world would you not want to get involved on this? So you need 25,000 tokens or 50,000 tokens of the Gains tokens to be in on every single sale that they are doing. And folks, I want to make it very clear. If you buy Gains tokens, if you go get started with the GainsPad on your own, I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm not talking about this because there's anything in it for me. These guys are a huge reason that I made closing in on a couple $1 million during the last bull market. Look at this, guys. Let me get over here to CoinGecko. 6 cents right now, a little over 6 cents. Their previous all-time high was $1.86. So they got a 30x. And believe me, I will bet every penny that I own, every crypto that I own, that this thing is going back up to $1 or more. I would be absolutely flabbergasted if somebody wanted to bet me 10 grand on whether or not this was going to go to its all-time high during this bull market. I would bet them that $10,000 that this is going back to its all-time high. Once again, not financial advice. Do what you want to do. Not only do you have the potential to earn 30x on the tokens, but look at this, folks. I'm switching back and forth. I got to remember, but look at this right now. You got this project here. So we have 50,000 tokens locked, and we got a $2,250 allocation. So several people in the Gains pool have 10,000 tokens in there. That means for those that had 10,000 tokens, they got 20% of that $2,250 allocation. So there's several people watching this right now that got $450 in this project, absolutely risk-free. When it launches, if it doesn't go up 5x, we just get a refund. Gains has been around for 6-7 years. They're solid. They're totally trustworthy. I have 100 million% faith that we get our refunds. I've already got our refunds. Let's, go back here to this page, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I want you guys to see this. If you go here to my portfolio, so this one here, it didn't perform. I got it. Let me go to my portfolio page here. Portfolio. Oop. So you can see here. Do a little bit more here. So you can see here. This one got refunded. Auto layer got refunded. This paired world refunded. So several of these projects that we've gotten into that didn't perform well. You can see this one here. It's down 70% since launch. We got our $700 back. So this StayNext right now, we've got 1,900 invested in it. I actually had a couple more hundred that I hadn't been able to put into it. But once this first come, first serve goes live, we have the ability to fill that up if we wanted to. And one of my strategies, while the market has not turned totally frothy yet, because this isn't going to stay like this forever. We're not always going to have opportunities to throw, but I'm going to go, once this live stream is over, I'm going to go try to liquidate a few things, because what's my risk? If I throw $5,000 or $10,000 at this thing and it's a banger, let's say that it just 5X's at launch and I get my 10 grand back, now I've got 80% of the tokens that I'm free rolling on. What if it does a 10X? Well, now I've doubled my 10,000 into 20 grand, and I still have 80% of the tokens coming over the next year. So folks, like, I don't understand. Like, I know there's always risk in anything that you're going to do, but this is about as risk-free as you can absolutely get. You know, I was showing you, like, we've got 3 different deals here, right? So look at the next 2 deals. Not every single deal is going to be refundable, but guess what? This one was refundable. The last 3 or 4 before this one were refundable. The next one's refundable. The next one after that is refundable. And then as this market heats up, folks, there's going to be 2 or 3 of these a week. You're going to have an opportunity to put money into crypto 5 or 10 or 15 times a month, risk-free. Please, once again, if you're still watching this stupid video and you're not excited about the opportunity to get into GainsPad and you see something that I don't see, please DM me and tell me why I'm an idiot. But folks, I mean, I can't be any more passionate about this project. I did a video 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago that said, you know, from $1,000 to $1 million. And I laid out a blueprint for if I wanted to take $1,000 and turn it into $1 million during this bull run, how I would do it through the GainsPad. You really only need, you know, I had Blocktopia during the last bull run through the gains that I turned $200 of it into $50,000 realized gains. Like, I actually took the $200 worth of tokens and sold them on KuCoin for $50,000. You don't need very many of those during a bull market to do fantastic. And the cool thing, during the last bull market, I lost a lot of money on some projects that didn't do well, that rug pulled, that tanked, that whatever, for whatever reason, they didn't perform. But this bull market, I get to invest and they're refundable for 72 hours. Are you kidding me? So let's run back over to CoinGecko real quick. And I want to, you know, just show you guys the math here. Let's take a quick peek. So 50,000 tokens is $3,092. So right now you could go get into the highest tier of this project for 50,000 tokens. If you don't have 50,000 tokens, you can get in for 25,000 tokens, which is $1,500. Both of those are 100% guaranteed tiers. You're going to get an allocation in every single launch that Gains does. You're going to have the ability to invest in it if you want to. So like for this one, we got $2,250, but we could invest $50 of that $2,250, or we could take up the whole $2,250. If you're in my pooling group, then what we do is, so for people that don't have even $1,500 lying around, plus there's been some new rules and regulations. So if you're in the United States, you can't KYC, but I've got that handled for my pooling groups. So that's another reason to go through the Gains pooling group through me, is that you can invest less. So right now I'm taking as little as 5,000 tokens, which would give you 10% of a 50K pool. So like, you know, this one that we did today, $2,250, your 10% of that would be $225. You don't need to put $225 into a whole lot of these types of platforms or into these types of deals where you've got no downside, but you've got unlimited potential on the upside at $225 a pop. 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, 5, 10, 15 times a month, there's going to be a lot of you that are going to have trouble even keeping up with, $225 2 or 3 times a week. But you can do less. Like if you're in on this, you could throw $50 at it for every project. And then when you hit some bangers and you turn $50 into a couple thousand or $5,000, that's when you can start rolling that into and putting 225 into them and so on and so forth. And that's what I explained in that video a few months ago, how you could roll $1,000 up into $1 million portfolio through the gains pad. So if you have an interest and you've got $300 lying around, get in touch with me after this stream and you can get into the next pooling group. The next pooling group we've got one that's full at 50K. We've got another one that's got 25,000 gains in it, and we're looking for 25,000 more. So we've got room for 25,000 more gains. As of right now, the minimum was 5,000, the maximum was 10,000, but I want to get that full. So if you want to do more than 10,000 gains, all the way up to the whole 25,000 and not have to worry about the KYC and all of that. I will say, so my charge, what I do that helps me cover the gas fees, and like on this StayNext, we get 20% at launch. I got to send it to all of the people in the pool at launch. That costs me some gas fees. Then I got to send it to you guys every month for the next 12 months. So I take 5% as my fee. So on $2,250, what's $2,250 plus I have like 25,000 tokens in there. So obviously I'm not making 5% on the whole thing. But even if I was, $2,250 times 5% is a whopping $112 that I'm putting in my pocket, and that's got to cover the gas fees for the next 12 months. So I'm really taking almost nothing. I'm just covering, hopefully, some of my costs for doing this. So if you guys want in the pool, the link in the description should take you to our Discord, should take you to my Telegram, should take you to my Twitter. You can DM me on Twitter, Telegram, or Discord, and I'll give you all of the details, show you everything, and lay it out for you in black and white. But if you're interested in getting in on the gains pad, I would highly recommend it. Something else that you can do if you really want to be free rolling on this is like literally consider buying, 2 or 3 times as many tokens as you want to stake. Like theoretically, let's say you really only want to do the 5,000 tokens, even though you could afford to you could buy 10,000 tokens, but you really only want to stake 5,000 of them. Because that $225 a pop, every day or multiple times a week is going to be more. So it wouldn't do you any good to have 10,000 staked because you wouldn't have $450 to put in every sale. Well, one of the things that you could do, folks, is you could buy 10,000 tokens if you have the funds, and then stake 5,000 in the pool, take the other 5,000, and when the token doubles to 12 or 15 cents, just sell it. And now you're totally free rolling on those tokens. One last thing is our goal is to pull those tokens out and be able to sell them when we get to the peak of the market. So the last thing I'm going to share here, let me go back to this tab and let me go back to this view. I want to show you guys on the page here. Let me go over here to the staking page. So you can see here, unstake in 32 days. I goofed up on this 250 tokens. I was topping off to get to the 50,000, and it's unstake in 9 months. But you can see here, unstake in 8 days, unstake in 8 days, unstake in 4 days. So what I'm going to do with all of these tokens, so you can see this was 20,000, this was 12,000, this was 12,000. So most of the 50,000 have been in there for a few months. But what I'm going to start doing is when you go to restake your tokens, you can restake these tokens for 1 month. You can restake them for 6 months. You can restake them for 3 months. You can restake them for a year. And I think we're getting to the point, I'm going to talk to everybody and we can decide we get a little bit bigger multiplier and a little bit more of an allocation if we stake them for 3 months, or we can do a month at a time. But that's going to be kind of, done as a group. I'm good with 1 month at a time, but part of the reason that we don't want to do it for longer than 3 months is, say these tokens skyrocket and they become worth $1, $2, $5, $10. We want to be able to get them unstaked and be able to sell these tokens towards the peak of the market too, because the fact of the matter is, even Alexander Raffin, you know, my guy at Gains, the owner and CEO, is going to tell you Launchpad tokens suck during a bear market within reason. I'm probably going to keep some tokens invested, and there's going to be some good sales occasionally, but you know, it is what it is. I'll just say it right here, right on, you know, the live stream. If Alex hates me for it, it's okay. He'll understand. But these tokens run up to $2, $3, $5, $10. I'm not holding them all the way back down to 10 or 20 cents during the next bear market. So the other cool thing about this is we get the tokens, you get them staked, you get in on all these private sales over the next 3-4 months, which I believe is going to be the best 3 or 4 months we've ever seen for private sales. And then we unstake the tokens, we take our gains. We got these tokens coming into our wallet every single month for the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months in some cases. And life is absolutely fantastic. And once again, do your own math. But let's just say that you get $250 for an even number, $250 into a sale, and you get 20% of the tokens on average when it launches. Most of these things are going to start launching to 10x, 20x, 30x when the market heats up. So at a 20x, if you get 20% of your token, so let's say that you had, I think it's easier math. If I do it on $1,000, it's rounder. So if you got $1,000 invested, 20% of that is $200 in tokens. If that $200 20x's at launch, 20 times 200 is $4,000. So you pull out $4,000 for your $1,000 investment. So if we do 25% of that, it would be, you know, $250 would get you $50. $50 times 20 is $1,000. So your $250 investment, when you get the 20% of the tokens and at 20x's at launch, you pull $1,000 out, and now you're free rolling on the other 80%. And I'm telling you, folks, for those of you, this is the first time you're hearing about this, or if this is the 10th time that you're hearing about this, but you haven't taken advantage of it yet, this math is some of the most incredible math that you're ever going to hear. And then once again, the gains pad takes most of the risk away because these are all refundable. So I'm going to shut up, guys. We've been going for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I appreciate each and every one of you. If there's anybody right now, the last thing I'm going to say is that $20,000 that is first come, first serve. If any of you want to get in on that, DM me and then video chat. So last but not least, do not fall for any scammers. I just thought about this. There's probably some jerk on here. That's not the word I want to use. I'd like to use something a little bit stronger, but there's probably some jerk on here that's listening to this video, trying to figure out how he can impersonate me and steal your money. So don't let that happen. If you DM me, we will get on a quick video chat and you can verify my identity. Never, ever, 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 ever send me money without getting on a video chat and making sure it's me. I had a nice young lady in my group that got scammed by an impersonator in the Discord group. They cloned my account. They DM'd her. She didn't verify it was me, and they got her for $3,000 about 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, and it made me sick. So please do not let that happen. And if you're one of those scammers and you're watching this video, let me just tell you that I pray for you, man. I have a lot of ill will towards scammers. I've been in this space for 7 years and I've seen it all. And back in the early 17s and the 18s, the scammers on Telegram group really got a lot of people. And so folks, I mean, you're human. I understand, but I want to tell you something. If you're out there stealing from people and that's how you're making your money, I guarantee you, money earned wrong spends wrong. It's never going to create any real happiness in your life. And I promise you, if you're intelligent enough and, you know, to have the ability to scam people out of their money, I promise you, if you were to take that intelligence and apply it towards something real, something that you didn't have to look over your shoulder and worry about who's going to find out that it was you and come looking for you, and you want true happiness, I promise you, try me out, see if it doesn't work. Go do something legit and put all of that intelligence and expertise and everything, put all that effort that you're putting into scamming people, and go do something real. And I promise you, you come back in 6 months or a year from now, you're going to be glad that you did. So once again, if any of you are watching this video, you want to get in on StayNext, totally refundable, launching in December, just DM me. We'll get it situated, and I look forward to hopefully having some of you guys fill up that other 25,000 gains tokens and fill up that 50K pool, and then we're going to start a third one. And if we fill up a third one, we're going to start a fourth one. So let's keep that rolling, man. I think that a lot of us can make exponential, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in this bull market just through the gains pad stuff. Doesn't include all of the rest of our other portfolio and everything. So with that, folks, love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for listening to me for an hour and 45 minutes. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving tomorrow. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, go get signed up for Baron too. And if you have any questions about Baron, DM me. Once again, I'm here to answer your questions and help you. Go get your Baron account set up and get ready for the launch on the 30th. With that, I will shut up and be gone. God bless. See you next week. Bye-bye for now.